Hey guys, Phobos Gaming here, and today we are doing the legal method for farming gold. Now, honestly, right now you're going to have to be poaching because nobody seems to know how to get the license to kill on a lord's land. However, you can turn this into a legal method by cooking the meat before you sell it to a vendor, and there are a few other methods that you can do. Now, honestly, while you're out here, there's going to be a couple different creatures you're going to be looking for, particularly the deer and the boars. You're really not going to care so much about these little tiny hares out here as they only give you 20 meat. Now, another thing you will need to know is you're probably going to want a horse. Now, honestly, if you're going to buy one, rather than wait till you get to the main quest that gives you one, I would say buy Trojan because Trojan has a massive amount of carry weight. This will allow you to carry more meat and make more gold per trip. Now, while I'm out here, there are a couple of other methods to make money, and one of those happens to be doing quests for Captain Bernard and Captain Robard. Now, they will send you out on little jobs to get rid of bandit camps and then take the ears of the bandits as well as proof, along with the spurs of the leaders. Also, Captain Robard seems to send you out to hunt for cumans, who basically have you do the exact same thing, but instead of bandits, it's cumans. However, you get about 50 groschen per ear, so it's actually quite lucrative, and it's a good way to increase your damage, or not just your damage, but your fighting skill in general. Also, if you get these little dies, I'll take a second to show you which ones I'm talking about. The side die, the fur die, and the lewd die. Now, each of these are in the series of demonic die, and honestly, I wouldn't usually go for such a thing, but these things almost always turn up as a 6. Now, I've got about 4 of them, and more often than not, my very first roll contains 4 sixes, which is an instant win in, or not an instant win, but you get the idea. It's quite worth the effort. Now, you can get those in the little wayfarers. Some of them have them in their inventory. Now, honestly, some of them aren't so willing to part with them, like the Riddler. You kind of have to knock the dude out to take them from him, and then you can go to people like Miller Peshek, sell them to him, and then buy them back, and they will be laundered so that you can keep them on your body just in case a guard searches you. Now, you'll only make 40 to maybe 20 groschen per game with those. However, it's almost a guaranteed win. I've actually not lost a game since I got these, so I'm not going to say a guaranteed win, but I'm going to say it's pretty damn close. Now, the other method is to just do random quests. There are a lot of side quests, and if you talk to the innkeepers, you'll actually be able to find these quests pretty easily. Not to say that they won't be difficult to do, but a lot of these can give you 100 groschen or more. However, by far the most lucrative method is hunting, and again, until we find a way to get a license to kill out here, it will be considered poaching unless you cook the meat. Now, I do apologize that I am not finding these little guys so quickly, as I wanted to show you why this method is so lucrative, but it seems that this may take a while, and I don't exactly have the equipment to fast forward this video. So, until then, I'm probably going to go quiet until I find myself a deer or a boar, and you'll see the reason why you want these pretty quickly off the bat. Do feel free to skip forward through the video from this point onward until you see me shooting a deer and opening up the inventory. I'll be sure to make that last a little while so that you will easily be able to find it on the timeline. Oh, look at that. Found some deer. I do hope I hit one. I did. Alright, good. I managed to tag one of the deers. Or deer, whatever the fuck you call it. Now, as you can see in their inventory, you've actually got around 60 of the raw meat. Now, also, you'll want to get the butcher perk for hunting, which will allow you to get the offal meat, which are these kidneys. And as you can see, they're actually quite expensive, but you only get about 2 of them. However, these deer meat, while in their raw form and even stolen, are worth 12 gold, which is a lot. Now, 60 of these, and each one's worth 12, you'll make a good chunk of money off of that, while a boar will have roughly 100 to 130 meat on it. I've not yet killed one with the offal meat perk, but that is actually what you get. Now, to make these legal, you will need to find a campfire rather quickly before you go back to town. Now, keep in mind, you can sell these to any vendor, and you can even sell them to most vendors while they're stolen, so long as you're not in the same province as where you took it from.
This is certainly no time for roving.
So keep that in mind, as well. As I said before, that could be kind of hazardous, as the game master, game warden, whatever you want to call him, he's not too keen on you poaching, and neither is the lord of the land. Now, you can do this with hair, but, you know, it's not nearly as quick or lucrative, even though you can find them. The reason you want to use a horse is because this shit's actually pretty fucking heavy. In fact, 1 or 2 deer will probably fill up your inventory to the point that you will not be able to carry anymore. Which is why I have my horse here with me, who can carry 500 pounds in addition to the 140 that I carry. So, all in all, I can make a massive amount of money pretty dang quickly. I kind of want to shoot this little bugger, see if I can. Oh, I got him. These guys actually have another deal to them. Since they've got antlers, you can actually recover the antlers. And apparently they also drop more meat. So you'll actually want the male deer, the stag, if you can manage it. As you can see, I just went way over encumbered by picking up just the little bit that was on that bugger. Like I said, that is why you want a horse, because the horse will be able to carry. Now, most of the horses you'll be able to get won't have near the carry weight of what Trojan has. That's why you want to pick him up. He is roughly worth 1,000 groschen, and he's actually probably one of the best purchases that I've made in game. And I probably will, anytime he dies, reset my game immediately, just because of how lucrative he's been as both a thief and a hunter. Now, since the closest town to me is Neuhof, I'm going to go over here and quickly cook this meat before selling it to the vendor there. Now, the vendor here will actually buy a stolen meat from any province. However, she will buy it at a severely reduced price. I think it'll go from like 12 gold to roughly maybe 0.5, give or take. So, you know, you can sell it this way, but you're not going to get a whole lot out of it doing that. Now, she does happen to have a fire inside of her house that you can use to cook the meat.
What is it?
Unfortunately, sometimes it's locked, and that makes it a little difficult to get to. Now, I don't know how much a deer liver goes for when it's cooked, but, you know, we're about to find out. There we go. We cooked all of the meat. Now we can come talk to her. Now you can also buy Trojan from her. So if you're actually out there hunting and you cook the food, this could be a first way to actually get your horse really early game. Now I suggest you do this early game because Neuhof does get raided. Sorry for the little spoiler there, but it is rather important. And if Neuhof gets raided, a vast majority of the stag or the horses get killed. Now, as you can see, this really isn't very expensive over here as it would be to a normal vendor. However, there is 100 of it, and that's easily 400. As I said before, you can easily make up to 1,000 in a single trip. And just like that, boom, you have 1,000 gold. And it's done legally. You sold it to a regular merchant that bought it at current full price, but you should be able to get more for it in Ratai from the innkeepers. Anyway, I hope this video helps all of you guys who want to be the noble character and want to go about the game without committing a whole lot of crime to get the gold, even though it is extremely lucrative. Anyway, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and again, I do apologize for the length of this video. I just don't have the equipment to edit it.